Now, ladies and gentlemen, the market for Counter-Strike Global Offensive in the past 24 hours has been 100% completely unstable, with prices doubling, tripling, quadrupling up in price, with that being the newer cases in the game that are supposed to be dropping, and of course dropping in price as the quantity grows. Things like Antwerp, as they're still able to be bought on the 75% off sale, you see these capsules and some of these stickers rising up 2 or 3 times of what they were in just a very short time and very short period of just a few hours. And well, there's a lot of explaining to do with that specifically. And for those who don't know what's been going on the past 24 hours, Valve has pretty much disabled trading and disabled confirmations for the majority of people. No one was able to accept a confirmation, therefore people weren't able to trade peer-to-peer, therefore they weren't able to trade on a third-party service. They weren't able to send it to the bot on a place like Skinport, for an example, or on a place like Bitskins or CS Deals. On a place like Buff, you send it via trade to another person, so when someone buys something, you send it to them, you get your money back right away. You weren't able to do that either. So all third-party websites and services were down besides the Steam market. But even then, you couldn't list anything. You could only buy stuff. And the things you had listed before, that's what was on the market. And well, with the only things being on there, those prices rose quite a bit. And well, in today's video, I want to take a look at the market versus 24 hours ago. Where are some things like the Recoil case, the Dreams and Nightmares case, which is still a pretty high price right now, considering it was just a few cents higher just a few hours ago. Things like Antwerp are still pretty high in price as well, and that's what I want to discuss. And well, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit the like button and of course subscribe. And here's a quick word from our video sponsor, Skins Monkey. Now today's video sponsor is of course Skins Monkey. Now if you guys are unfamiliar with what Skins Monkey is, they are currently the biggest growing Counter-Strike Global Offensive trading marketplace for skins, which is absolutely amazing, with great fees as well. Let's just say you guys have some skins you're really not feeling anymore. Skins Monkey is the best way to trade them. In this trade, to be exact, I actually profited 18 cents, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but considering it's a trading website, it's actually very, very good. Sign up today to get up to a $5 bonus, which is very nice. And if you've never used the website before, well, you can use my code MANDO, go up to the top right, you claim that bonus. And if you guys want to deposit with real life cash or crypto, you get a 25% deposit bonus, which is very, very nice. So if we take a look at the CSGO homepage right now on the community market for CSGO, everything has looked pretty normal right now. Of course, there are some things that have dropped significantly, that being the Operation Breakout case. This going from $4 almost at its all-time high recently at about 16,000 quantity to 10,000 quantity at $3.75, which is kind of crazy. That's kind of to be expected. This case rose quite a bit in a very short period of time. The Chroma 3 case actually went up another 10 cents, which is kind of crazy to think about right there. The glove case dropped about 20 cents. That's kind of to be expected on something like that. People were able to list a little more right now. I think that just comes down to supply and demand. The clutch case really hasn't moved too much. It's been at 35, 36, 38 cents to about 30 and 32, so maybe went down a little bit. The Dreams and Nightmares case, though, has actually gone up since this matter, and I'm not sure why. This may be due to demand. People are just wanting to unbox CSGO cases after that big hiatus for 12 to 13 hours. And of course, on top of that, you have the Recoil case back at $2.53 when this thing was pushing $4 just a few hours ago, which is kind of nuts. Some other things to note are, of course, Antwerp capsules. The highest quantity for a lot of these has gone up quite a bit, at 390,000 quantity just 24 hours ago. For the Antwerp Legend sticker capsule, just the regular one, not the autographs, that was at 28 cents at 390,000 quantity. Now it is 403,000 quantity at 26 cents. So dropped 2 cents, went up about 13,000 in quantity, which is kind of crazy. And the rest don't really matter too much. They haven't moved too much. But this is where it gets interesting and a little spicy. These stickers have gone up actually a little bit and held their price they were when Steam was down and all these prices were down. You take something like the Cloud9 Hollow for an example. This was almost pushing $9 and it's pretty relatively in the same ballpark at $8.53. Hasn't moved too much. The quantity hasn't moved too much and the rest of these hasn't moved very much either. Now, something that was really interesting, a lot of people commented on the Battle Scarred Hollow. This dropped recently 3,000 quantity and driving the price up to $4 versus $3, which is pretty cool. The demand for an item like this right now is not very high because we have so many other events like the CS10 capsule coming out soon, Source 2 possibly coming out soon, and of course Antwerp. But when this is in demand, I think when we have a downtime in CS, I think the sticker will go up even more than it is right now, which is pretty interesting. Now, on a place like Buff, people were finding it very funny to mess with the prices on Buff because people weren't able to buy or sell anything. So what they did, if you already had something listed, what people were doing was changing the price. I was seeing on Twitter, people were listing AK Asimovs in the Stat Track Field Testing Edition with some really good stickers for 15, 16 cents, which was just kind of funny to see. Of course, all those have returned to their price right now. For an example, this is back at $30 versus the 30 cents it was just not that long ago. And of course, the golden question, why did this happen in the first place? Now, a lot of people have been considering different things. I myself was to think most likely that either this was a bad situation at Valve, there's some sort of hack, or someone is abusing the trading system over there, so they're trying to contain it without anyone really knowing in the public. Or the most important answer, and I would say the most popular one, is that Valve is trying to work on Source 2, but mostly have skins be integrated into Source 2 in this same game, if that makes any sense. They just want to make sure everything works before the full update goes live. That doesn't matter if Source 2 is some sort of beta when you launch the game. You have the option to click either Source 2 or the current build of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And with all this happening, I don't really think it's a very big coincidence either, with Source 2 getting teased by a person like Rops, and of course on Twitter and YouTube, everyone's talking about what's going on. When is this going to get released? We have an estimated release of about August 10th, August 15th, right around the 10th anniversary of CSGO. We could probably assume it's going to release then, or possibly a little before, and they're just kind of cleaning everything up going into that. And people are asking me if their items and stuff are going to go up. Most likely yes, because when Source 2 does drop, we're most likely going to get a lot of players and a lot of eyes on CSGO. We haven't had a huge update like this in a very long time. So the first time in a very long time that we get eyes on it, it's going to be very big. People are going to want to come back. Of course, the big streamers like XQC are going to be very interested. That's going to bring a lot of new viewers as well. His fans are going to start playing the game, most likely want to buy skins. And of course, people like that are going to drive up prices quite a bit. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are doing. Peace out, guys.